and Art Gaming. I'm Metis, and we do have Lee on the streaming duties here. And I've got to kind of confess here that I'm not too sure about Golden Oldies. Having said that, though, I'm not too sure what is going on at the moment, because apparently we're live, but we're kind of not, but we are. Right, okay then. I think that they needed to call a timeout, or they needed to restart the map or something, so I'm assuming it's going to be a veto now. Yeah, absolutely. So we weren't actually live. That kind of caught me off guard. I apologise in advance if I dribble a lot during this cast. I'm actually really ill at the moment, but there were no other casters around, so Lee turned to me and I kind of just filled in at last minute, so again I apologise. Golden Oldies, I haven't really been around the scene too much recently. I've been informed that it's going to be Elking, Katana, Duffer, Bocco, and I can't for the life of me remember who the fifth person was. But either way, it just seems like a kind of mix match. And in server, they're kind of all tagged up as different names. So I'm not too sure who is who. I'm going to quickly, now and again, check the Tech9 thread. If one of you guys could post up there, if you know, I'd be really appreciative of that, so I don't call them the wrong names the entirety of this cast. But yes, we are in the Zowie Cup, as I said before, and it would appear that we are going to be going on to backlot. Ordinarily, I would pass this over to my co-caster, but it's just me. So I'm going to ask Lee here. You won't be able to hear him, but I will reply with what he says. Lee, I know you don't really play too much CoD4, but what are your thoughts about backlot? As a spectatorial point of view, like, do you enjoy watching this map? Right, so he says he really enjoys the fast-paced action, and he's definitely interested in the SMGs. If they pull their weight, it's always very interesting to see what they do, which I definitely agree with. I think Grenade's going to definitely be a determining factor here. It is a best of one, guys, so obviously they have to make every round count. You cannot fall back. If you do, you'll be knocked down or knocked out of the cup. And of course, the semi-finals, I believe, is scheduled for tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to be casting them or not. I haven't heard anything about that, Lee. Maybe you can spread some light. Have you heard anything? Apparently, the semi-finals are tonight as well, dude. So I'm not sure if we're casting that, are we? Well, we'll try our best. We'll see how the games go. We'll see what times they start and such like that. And obviously, if we find out in good time, then we will be casting them as well. I think the semi-finals are scheduled to be a best of three, so obviously a lot more action there. We'll just have to see which of these two teams progresses through. So there seems to be a bit of confusion at the moment on the old chat, saying our map was Strike, our map was Crossfire. So perhaps after all, it's not going to end up being Backlot that's played here. And it could very well be something else instead. But they have readied up, so that would probably suggest that we are going to be playing this. I am all over the place. I have no idea what's going on. And of course, it is going to be knife for sides, as they have already knifed for the Veto. I think this is one of those kind of maps that, realistically, I don't think it matters a great deal which team you go on. I mean, personally, that's just my own perspective. Obviously, people may have differing views on this, and you're more than welcome to share them with me. But this has never been a map that I've really been too bothered which side I started. I probably slightly favour the defence, but if I'm on attack, I'm not really losing sleep over it, not really that bothered overall. But it would appear that Art Gaming are going to be picking this one up unless Elkin can pull off a sick 1v3. Has picked up the first onto Stones, so he now has Drain and Ned to go through, and he's not going to be able to pull it off as Drain will drop Elking down. The question is, what are Art going to choose for their side here? And with all this spam, not entirely sure. It would appear they're actually going to choose attack, so fairly interesting stuff. Obviously, feeling pretty confident about their aggression and pushing into those bomb sites. Definitely going to be interesting to see what they can do here. That's a good question, Lee. He just asked me, why do the other casters have 4 people in? I can't really answer that. I guess, yeah, 1 streamer, 3 shoutcasters would probably be the way forward. I don't see why you'd need 2 streamers. But 3 shoutcasters, I've done that a couple times, and it's really a mind screw, because you kind of have to take it in turns, and it gets very kind of, I don't know, repetitive, if that makes any sense. It's very mechanical. It's like, okay, my round, your round, his round, and yeah, but Yeah, true, true. If you have, I think Lee basically said, you know, in the Corsair Vengeance Cup, we had three in the end because obviously I was analysing at the time I was living in Finland and I couldn't cast after a certain time because our landlord used to complain, which was quite sad. But yeah, so I think there are certain circumstances where you can, if you have like an all-out analyzer there. So perhaps that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not too sure, but we are waiting for the ready up. I'm going to quickly alt tab and see if Tech9 has answered about who is who on the server. I just got one answer. It's basically like, don't worry, it's still more interesting than nothing. Okay, appreciate it. I'll just give you a quick roster rundown, guys, and I revert back to what I said, my aforementioned quote, that I'm not too sure about who Gold and Oldies are on the server. You're going to have Katana, Captain Jack, interesting, Raz, apparently, Rest in Peace, Wannabe, and L King. I think Raz said before, and this is the thing with the community, I have no idea if they're baiting or not, but I think Raz is Boko, obviously Katana is Katana, L King is L King, and that's going to leave... Okay, Lee has just said, just call them what they're called in name, otherwise he's not going to know who to switch to. So obviously, preemptive warning, I am going to call Raz, I'm going to call Wannabe, and obviously Captain Jack. So there you go. On the Art Gaming side, you got Dreyan, Snatchy, Revels, Stones, and finally Ned. And we are just waiting for the Art Gaming team to ready up. Remember, they did win the knife round, elected to go attack, and the map of choice will be Backlot, as I believe they're going to go to the toilet and bathroom break and such, so we may be waiting a couple more minutes. So I'm going to quickly alt-tab again. Also, I apologise, guys, if halfway through a sentence or something I take a quick break. That's because I'll be drinking. I need to keep my throat nice and moist, giggity. So actually, Lee, again, I know they can't hear you, but I haven't really been in the Call of Duty 4 scene too much recently. Is there anything for you to report on? Like, do you actually follow behind the scenes, or do you just pretty much stream and that's all? Okay. Well, he basically says that not much has changed. Obviously, lineup changes and such happen, they occur. I'm not too sure about what's going on. If Boko is playing for Golden Oldies, does that mean that he's left an Nexus, and Nexus is still going strong? I'm not entirely sure, guys. I'll hold my hands up and be honest. But we are live into the first round. There's a grenade that come in from Ned there. I just switched over onto Captain Jack to see a grenade land on his forehead. I've got to admit, I have not really seen too many grenades land there before. Either way, Raz is going to go onto Ned, Snap straight back onto Raz though, and then L King taking down Snap, so it's just a kind of vicious cycle there of players going down over and over again. Rebel has picked up a kill onto Katana, but he's instantly down from L King, and now L King finds himself in a 1v2 situation. Fairly precarious, got L King now at the top of mid-house. Dreyan is on the A stairs, and Stones is going to pick up L King on red container for the first round, going into the hands of Art Gaming. Gotta be honest, haven't really heard too much about Art Gaming. Again, I have taken a little break here, but a very, very strong start indeed. So let's take it away with Art Gaming this time. As interested to see how they're going to push this. They took attack, so on that basis you have to assume they're very confident on this side. They have picked up the first kill in the form of Dreyan. Snapjay very aggressively going to go away, has tagged up a couple players as they're pushing up, one of which was Wannabe. Rebels back onto Katana. Drain has been dropped here. Snap with a nice wall bang onto Wannabe, who was on the little jump there, and you will have Jack just peeking around the corner picking up that kill. So it has gone down to a 2v2 here as you're going to have Raz and Jack just make that Raz now, as Jack has just been dropped. So you're going to have Stones and Ned both on the A side. Ned is taking top of A, and Stones on the bottom, just getting that bomb down right now. Raz is starting to push in. He will pick up a couple tags there onto Ned, and I'm fairly sure that is Boko from his movement and such, so I'm going to call him Boko from now on. He's on red containers, has been tagged over and over again. Don't really see his chances here. Ned has picked up a couple of shots there at the end, finishing off Boko, and that's going to be the 2-0 to Art Gaming. So very, very explosive, very confident start here from the Frenchman, and long may it continue. Let's pick it up with Let's have a quick switch over. Let's have a look from Wannabe's perspective there, as Elking this time has taken the first kill. The last 2 rounds have gone the way of Art there with grenades, and it's going to be a reversal of fortunes. There's that he will pick up the kill onto A. That's going to leave a Wannabe and another player. Let's have a quick switch over and see who that's going to be. It's going to be Jack there on the stairs. So they have 2 players on A, do Golden Oldies. He's going to have Katana in the mid-house, starting to push around with the Deagle. You can see from his movement, he thinks someone's around this area. He'd be completely right to think so as well. He also has that scope. Has seen a player, nice flick shot there onto Ned. Now going to look up towards mid-house with the Deagle. Can't land too many bullets, but Stones will go down regardless. So Golden Oldies definitely looking to push themselves back into this game, especially now as it's a 1 versus 4. Drain has picked up the first kill, but there's Katana with a beautiful scope shot once again to pull this back to a 2-1. So once again, very, very close action. It's what I love about Call of Duty 4, it's just back and forwards all the time. But let's take it away with Elking here from Spawn as he pushes through mid very aggressively with the AK-47. Heavy smoke enough to choke on there in front of him, so you cannot see anything towards A. That Snap is going to push in very aggressively into the bomb site itself, flashing out onto girders. He's going to get wallbang though from Wannabe, who's now flicking across the red containers, Elking back onto Stones. And this is going to leave Wannabe all by himself on the A right now. Starting to push out onto front bricks, electing to cover that L-bend area. Raz is going to pick himself up a kill. Katana back onto Rebels though, and this is going to be another 1v4 situation against Art Gaming. They're all kind of spraying toward the mid-house. Unbeknownst to them though, Ned's actually in the basement of A, so he somehow managed to sneak his way across there. It's not looking good for him because the bomb is a long, long way away from him. He's making all kinds of noise. As soon as he comes around this corner, he's going to spot himself a play, and that's going to be Wannabe taking down the kill 2-2. And I'm expecting to switch over to Tech9 and see some rage about my me calling them the wrong name. So I'm going to have a quick Alt-Tab and check. Oh, okay. Apparently Wannabe is Duffer. And I'm not sure if this is bait or not, probably is, but apparently Wannabe was killed in a car crash? Is that legitimate, guys? Can one of you confirm that for me? I really hope that isn't real, but let's carry on with the action. That's a bit of a dampener to say the least. So yeah, Wannabe may very well be Duffer here, as Stones is going to take him down. And that's going to be a 3v2 as the scores are now 2-2. As we said before, Art did pick up the first 2 rounds, and Katana back onto Drayen. Going to have Stones spotting himself a player. Rebels will finish off Katana there to give Stones the +3. Stones now has an opportunity to strike on this A bomb plant, going for the fake. And Elking still at the top of ruins. He's going to drop down with the SMG, but misses every single bullet onto Rebels. He will be punished, and that's the 3-2 to Art Gaming. So they have momentarily stopped that onslaught from Golden Oldies, who are on a bit of a roll. Let's take it away with Duffer here, as he's throwing the smoke, throwing the grenades over the mid-building. And Snap is going to be taken down from grenades. So as you'd expect, Backlot very much grenade-focused. And now Duffer is going to be looking into that A-bomb site. There is a player to his left-hand side behind that little wall, though, so he's going to have to be careful as soon as he starts to make a move. Seems like he's very happy just to sit there and not to do much. Ned, likewise, is not moving a muscle here. He is turning around now, though, towards red containers, now looking back towards the basement. And you have to feel as soon as he moves, Duffer is going to have his number. Drain has been scoped down. Now going to see the smoke coming out. It's not going to help Ned, though. As soon as he pushes, Wannabe should be picking up this kill, but I think Wannabe has just moved slightly. Katana's going to scope down Stones. Wannabe has been spotted through the wall there. His knee was just sticking through the wall, and he will be taken down. Now down to a 2v3. But remember, Katana is still looking around the top of the ruins area. Going to be spamming across into the bomb site, as Ned is going to go for the full plant that was heavily tagged up in the process. Now going to pull back in a 1 versus 3 situation, as a player out in the L-bend area has just spotted the head bobbing up and down behind that wall. And now it's really Ned's round. If he can pull this off, it'd be majestic. He's going to come round, nice hip fire onto Jack, but unfortunately for him, he will be completely wall banged out of the round from Bocco, and that's going to be the 3-3. Okay, apparently it was bait. So Thankfully, Wannabe hasn't died in a car accident. I actually met him. He's such a nice guy, so I'd have been gutted if that was the case. Apparently, Captain Jack has revolts. So, slowly but surely, thanks guys for giving me the info. And hopefully I can remember all those names. Hopefully, fingers crossed, my memory is shocking. So, then we're going to have Elking getting taken down the first round. Very, very close action this game has been, ladies and gents. Backwards and forwards here. And so I want to see Kitana picking up his second kill. Revolts back onto Ned though. And in amongst all that action, Bocco also managed to pick himself up a kill. So that's going to leave Drain all by himself. And Bocco is going to silence Drain too for the very quick 4-3 scoreline here. And I mean, Art Gaming, you know, they won the knife round, elected to go attack. You would expect from their explosive 2-0 start, they're definitely going to be kind of moving into the half-time at around the 7-5, 8-4 scoreline at least. But suddenly, Golden Oldies are starting to put those rounds together and now find themselves ahead here. As Snat is once again going to be pushing the same area. He's done this 2 or 3 times already into the A bomb site. Really, really quick spawn to trying to exploit that advantage. And his team are currently 2 players ahead as Ned has just taken down the kill onto Elkin. Kitana being heavily tanked up. And he is joined by Bocco in the top of ruins. Bocco spraying across to the tin. Isn't able to land anything as of yet, so let's switch over and have a look where his teammate is. Kitana is in the mid building, has a player to his left, player to his right, player dead ahead of him, has picked up the first. If he'd landed that no-scope through the wall, I would actually have to have needed to take a break, because that would have been absolutely ridiculous, but he didn't manage it. And now Bocco in a 1 versus 3 in the mid building is going to jump up there, has made a bit of noise as they hear him cratering down, is going to pick up the first one to Ned. Nice reactions, is going to be another player behind him in the mid building in the form of Rebels though. So Bocco on the little basket jump here needs to be incredibly careful, has managed to get towards the top of mid, is going to try a couple wall bangs, does actually land a couple shots onto Snap there, but with 10 seconds to go, he simply cannot defuse this bomb. So it is going to go back to an all-even affair at 4-4 now. Does manage to pick himself up a constellation frag, but that's all it's going to be. And there we go, the bomb has just blown up. So having a quick look at the scoreboard, you're going to have Bocco top fragging for Golden Oldies with 11 and Ned top fragging for Art Gaming with 12. So Ned is really carry bagging here. He's on 12, the nearest player on his team is Rebels on 5. And if you switch over, that's going to be Bocco on 11 and Kitana on 9. His 2 kills have came down there. Revolts has been finding himself taken out this round very early. Kitana back onto Rebels. So again, Golden Oldies looking to pick themselves up around. Ned will be saying, no way, Jose, I'm going to come back into this round and pick this one up for my team. But now he's finding himself in a 1v3 situation as Snap will be taken out from the hands of Duffer. And that's going to leave Ned against Bocco, against Kitana and Duffer. Very scary stuff. Has picked up the first onto Bocco underneath the tin. A bit of a cheeky frag there, trying the preemptive wall bang onto Duffer in the mid building. Doesn't really land anything onto Duffer though, so definitely optimistic at best. He has been tagged a couple times there through the wall. It will be Kitana who's trying the scope shot there. And Ned's going to actually start to peek the scope. Not too intelligent as Kitana will take him down. But you have to say, you know, Ned was in a fairly horrific spot from his viewpoint there. As suddenly it was a 1v3 in lower tin. Did manage to pick himself up a kill, but in the process gave his position away. So, a valiant attempt, but a bit too little too late in that round as Elking's going to pick up a very explosive, if you pardon the pun, plus 10 there from the car bomb. And that's going to give his team the advantage here. Another grenade did go out, actually, claiming the kill onto Bocco. Art are now going to try and push into the bottom of A. Rebels will be taking down Kitana. I think that's the first time I've actually seen Rebels get the upper hand onto Kitana this game. Kitana has been very, very solid to say the least. Back to a 3v2 as Rebels is going to pick up another kill. Definitely his time to shine right now. And strangely enough, even though you look at the scoreboards, definitely would kind of suggest a fairly one-sided affair, but it's been anything but that. A 4-5 and 2v1 in this round. Art Gaming could definitely be pulling themselves back here, as now Duffer is all by himself. As a player to his left, that's going to be Rebels, who picks up his 3rd or 4th kill in that round. Beautiful play from him, and pulls it back to the all-important 5-5 scoreline now. So perhaps they could be getting this 7-5 after all on attack. People are saying that Raz is actually Raz. Okay, I am very, very confused right now. I'm just going to call him Raz, guys, from now on, because that's what his name on the server is. And you can never please everybody. Some people telling me he's Bocco, some people telling me he's Raz. Either way, let's get on the action here. As you're going to have Gold Molly's picking up 2 consecutive kills there. 3v2 ahead in this round. Rebels has been heavily tagged up with that scope, peering towards top of A. Will pick up a nice kill there. Onto Elking. Apologies, I'm trying not to cough while in the middle of a sentence. And it came out all strange and wrong. But either way, Raz is going to be pushing onto the B site. As Ned is now the last remaining player. He has Duffer and Raz to go through. Raz on 11 kills, Duffer on 9, and Ned on 15. So 3 powerhouses here in this round. Ned is going to be peeking around this corner. Does catch himself a couple bullets, though, from Duffer's SMG. Duffer knows exactly where Ned is. Ned is in a horrible position once again from his perspective. Really not down to him, though, to be entirely honest. He's going to try his best to smoke out and run through that one. Duffer biding his time more than anything. It definitely worked out for him. Waited for the smoke to clear, picks up the beautiful headshot, and that's going to be the 6-5 scoreline. Just pardon me for 1 second while I take a very quick drink. Alrighty, I am back. And let's take away the action here in the 12th round, in the final round of this half. And let's follow on to Snap as he is going to be pushing into A. Player to his right-hand side. He's going to get the upper hand on reactions. Answer is an emphatic yes. Does pick that one up onto Kitana, giving his team the player advantage. There is still another of the Golden Oldies lurking around A. That's going to be Wannabe, and he does pick up the first. Ned straight back onto him, though. And now down to a 3 versus 2 in favour of Art, though. And they'd love to be going on at half-time all even. But Raz has picked himself up a nice kill onto Rebels. Bombed down, however, from Drayan. And Drayan is now going to start to push his way towards the L-Bend area. Ned onto Raz. 2 versus 1 situation. Elking going towards the top of mid. It's a nice position, but it does waste a fair amount of time. 30 seconds on the clock. Takes about 7 seconds to defuse, of course. So he's going to have to get a move on. Does see a player to his left and right at the same time. And Drayan will be picking that one up to take it to the all-important 6-6. With Ned dropping 18 kills in that first half. So we would definitely expect him to take the 30 bomb at least, maybe even the 35 being dropped here if it keeps going in this vein of form. Alrighty, Lee, just waiting for you, dude, and we'll be ready for the second half here between Golden Oldies and Art Gaming. 6-6 is the scoreline. If you've just joined us, this is the Zowie Cup quarter-final matchup. I'm Metis, and you are watching Chaos TV. And I'm going to be watching Duffer from Spawn, as of course the roles will be reversed. And turns out to not be anything too special there, as he did get flashed, decided to turn back around, didn't want to risk being grenaded. 3 quick fire frags come in there, Gitana, Drayan and Elking all chiming in, and that is going to give Golden Oldies the player advantage. Duffer has slowly but surely made his way towards that A bomb site. There's actually nobody in A itself. Snapjay's the closest in girders, but he isn't actually looking towards the A bomb site. He's more preoccupied with the front of A. And this could actually work to his detriment because Duffer's already in. Duffer is lurking around, checking every nook and cranny in that A bomb site. And it looks like he's going to opt to use the silent drop there into basement. Now they're pushing towards the stairs. So A is actually definitely in the hands of Golden Oldie. But the bomb, strangely enough, is nowhere close. Gitana has taken the bomb, the top of ruins. His Raz is going to open up there onto Rebels in the top of ruins. So maybe this would be the correct decision after all. Gitana onto stones, and then they're going to go for the plant straight away with Snap remaining now. He is pushing his way into laundry. Can he pick up a few kills? The answer is a yes, as he did take down Kitana, but Raz straight back onto him. So that's going to be the 7-6 to Golden Oldies, and looking good in that round. I mean, they basically had control of B and A at the same time there. Following on to Revolts, looks like he's going to be taking the bomb towards B, as he is in the MG building right now. Going to be pushing up with the AK-47, has strong support as well. Looks like a split attack again. You're going to have Duffer kind of poking and really prodding that A bomb site while they rush the B side. Now you're going to have Raz very aggressively running down the B street. Revolts on the bin, the MG bin just spraying across towards the bottom of the A building. So again, they by and large have a lot of control. Yeah, Lee saying I'm completely confused. I agree. It's always a nightmare when people don't use their proper names. But either way, we're just gonna have to carry on. As suddenly Odd have actually came out here. I honestly believe that Golden Oldies had this round in the bag as they're pushing B very aggressively. Doesn't seem to be the case, but here comes Revolt. Has picked up the first. Another player to his left, which he can hear in the top of ruins, and also one in the mid building. So Revolt is pretty much outmanned right now, but the question is, will he be outgunned? Also out of position in the sense that he has just picked up a weapon, given his position away there, started to get a few bullets from the mid building. Now going to get shot from the left hand side. Can he pick up this kill through the yellow car? So unfortunate there. I'm sure in a 1 versus 1 that would have been his for the taking, but of course Ned did have the upper hand. He was up in that mid building and took Revolt while his pants were down, and that is going to be the 7-7, and Ned already dropping the 20 bomb as we move into this 15th round. Stones is going to pick up the first onto Duffer with the car bomb once again, so Art Gaming looking to bounce back in this matchup. It's really difficult to, to call out exactly what Golden Oldies are doing. I mean, they're basically just really slow splitting it. They're not really rushing any bomb site. They've taken the bomb the same direction a multitude of times here. They kind of take it towards the MG ruin area and then push Duffer A, and that seems to be their tactic right now. Haven't really seen them all out rush a bomb site. Perhaps this is the time when they're going to do just that. Didn't get great spawns though, so that's definitely going to be a factoring reason as to why they may attempt this split once again, which definitely appears to be the case. They are going to pick up 2 grenades though, right from the get-go, as Drain and Stones both drop. Duffer has pushed into A very aggressively, but actually goes straight past Snatjay, who is camping in the little crack here, just outside of front of A. So if they do end up rotating towards A bomb site, he's definitely going to play his part here, as he has very patiently stayed in the same position. Would appear that the bomb will be going B once again. Revolt's in rat hole, just with the AK-47 very methodically just checking everywhere. Ned will pick up a kill onto Raz. Perhaps that is going to mark the rotate. Snat can yet be involved very heavily with the action. Going to be coming head to head with the player any second now. Will he pick up the kill? Yes, he will. Gets a second as well. Beautiful play from Snat, and suddenly it's going to be just down to Duffer. Does take down the kill onto Snat there, but you have to say so well played. Patience is definitely a virtue, and now Duffer in a 1v2 situation he definitely wasn't expecting. He was the player that pushed A very aggressively there, so he probably would have called that it was clear, and he's going to get wallbanged from Ned. Beautiful play coming out from Art Gaming, and you have to say once again, I salute you, Snap, for that patient play. 9-7 is the scoreline. Looks like King is going to pick himself up the shotgun. No, he has changed over to AK-47. Slightly disappointed there with the best spawn. Was kind of thinking, is he going to go for the rush? Answer is no. Looking towards the laundry. Has seen a player to his left and his right as well. As again, we're not really going to see an all-out rush here from Golden Oldies in the sense that they only have a player pushing mid. Having said that though, Duffer was trying to get into A. He's been taken down, so both SMGs have been silenced this round. Snap back onto Katana though. So again, Art Gaming looking very strong. If they can pick this round up, they take the 3-round lead pretty much out of nowhere. So Revolt's in the mid building with his teammate of King are trying their best to maneuver out, get a few picks, and then commit to a bomb site. But Rebels will use that advantage to camp out in the ruins, picks up the kill onto the player there, onto Revolt, and that's going to leave King all by himself, throwing up the up and over grenade, not going to be able to land a beautiful shot from Rebels there. I didn't see it from his perspective, but the quickness of that kill, that must have been a no-scope. Phenomenal stuff from him, and that is indeed going to be the 10-7, and Art Gaming taking a 3-round advantage pretty much out of nowhere. Been a very close game, and now Art Gaming looking incredibly in the driver's seat. Rebels picks up another one onto Duffer. King retorting back onto Stones though. Same position acquired from Revolt. He is going to pick up the kill though, as Ned and Raz also exchange frags. Here comes an SMG. It's going to be Ned, but Ned getting bested also from Revolt, and that could really be the fulcrum of this round. Had Ned picked up that kill, would have been a 2v2 situation right now with the bomb down around MG building. That's the importance of a couple of milliseconds in Call of Duty 4. As it stands though, 3v1, Revolt is going to get that bomb down with complete ease onto the B site, and looking definitely like it's going to be an 8-10 scoreline. Snatjay with his work cut out for him. 3v1 situation as Katana has Raz, and also has Revolts to pit up against. He's going to be pushing towards the top of Ruins. Is going to be a play around this corner. It's going to be Katana who gets a beautiful shot there onto Snap. That's going to be the 8-10 after all, and maybe Golden Oldies can pull themselves back into this game. With that being said, Duffer has got a beautiful spawn here with the SMG. Is going to try and make the most of it. Waiting for those grenades to land. Is now going to push into A bomb site. Nobody close right now, but he is going to come into contention with a couple of players. Does pick up the first onto Stone. Stone's team killing Snap as well. So that is 2 players taking up the equation for Arc Gaming. Of course, when I said no one is close, I meant on his team. Then now is the time to push in behind him and try and get that bomb down. And that will be the plan from Revolt. So looking very, very good for Golden Oldies. All they have to do right now is sit in deep and bide their time. Wait for Arc Gaming to push towards them. Wannabe Duffer, my apologies, is going to go onto Drayen though. Playing relatively aggressive, trying to lock down this good area. Now going to be peeking up with the AK-47, but let's have a switch over to Arc Gaming as they are now in a 2 versus 4. Rebels with that scope is going to try and get a couple picks here, but in fact it's not going to happen as the AK Joe of Elking and Revolt pick up a frag apiece, and that's going to be 9-10 now. So Golden Oldies starting to bridge this gap. Still have 1 more to go though. So I've been giving Golden Oldies a lot of love on the attack side, but let's have a quick look from Arc Gaming. So it was interesting to see how the 2 tactics of these teams collide and clash, and you're going to have 3 players on this A building as Katana's going to pick up 1, picks up the second as well onto Stones. Beautiful play from him. He's on the top of mid building with that scope. Can be so deadly in the right hands. You're seeing right now just how good he is. When he played with Phantasmagoria, I believe he was an AK-47, as he did have Zabza, so it's always good to see a player of this caliber picking up the scope and really shining with it on a different team, as the bomb is going to go down there from Revolt. Again, a 2v4, deja vu from the previous round. Revels is going to try and push his way around the spawn side towards Girders right now, and I think he may actually get into A building, but I can't see him doing too much with it. In fact, the answer is a resounding no, as Elking will pick that one up. Gitana gets his 3rd kill of the round, back from a 10-7 to 10-10. This game has been unbelievably close. You can have Ned on 25 kills and Katana on 20, so 2 players really playing up their skin right now. Speaking of Ned, let's follow him from spawn. Where is he going? Well, the answer is into A, strafing around there towards the door. And it appears there's only once again going to be just the 1 player pushing towards A, and surprise, surprise, it's going to be Duffer all by himself. Can he get the upper hand on Snapjay? No, he can't. I really believe that Duffer was going to pick up that kill, not to be on this occasion though. And of course, as I said a few times, I mean, it seems that Golden Oldies are completely set in this tactic of pushing a few players towards the B side, holding the bomb on the MG bins, and starting to maneuver around when they believe they have the upper hand on one of the bomb sites. But Revel's going to pick up a nice double kill there. Not sure if that was a plus dev. It must have been incredibly close, as now it's going to be a complete role reversal of the last 2 rounds. A 2v4 against Golden Oldies. However, can they pull this one out as Raz is going to take down Snapjay? 3v2. Elking with the bomb on front of A. It's going to get... Oh, so unfortunate for him. He does get wall banged through the little tin wall, which is basically a paper thin wall, and then Raz gets silked down as well from Rebels. So the answer is actually they can't pull off the 2v4, but that will be Arc Gaming now moving ahead from a round. So you kind of had a 7-7, 10-7, 10-10. Very, very backwards and forwards has this game been. And of course, remember, as I said before, is a best of 1, guys. So going to be very tense right up until the end. Snapjay pushing very aggressively on the A-bomb site. Duffer's actually above him, has picked up the first kill using the silent drop there. I don't think Snapjay knows exactly what's going on. Can Duffer pick up the second kill? Yes, he can. Opening a big gap here on the A-bomb site, and Revolts is already pushing around onto the L-bend. Can Duffer pick up his 3rd? Yes, he can. A-bomb site is completely his, locking that down like a boss. And that's going to be the team ace coming out and the 11-11 scoreline. Beautiful play from the Irishman. And he does move himself onto 17 kills. He's always been on that A side every single round, and this is the first time that he's really exploded in that. Elking is going to pick up that first with a grenade, which definitely isn't the first time I've said that this game. Has been landing a lot of nice grenade kills. And he's already pushed himself onto the top of mid-building, so Ruins is completely clear. They are now going to start to push through there, as Raz is going to pick up a kill onto Rebels. Elking did spot himself a player in the laundry. That is, of course, going to be called out for the rest of his team. And this is really a masterclass on how to attack the B side. I mean, they've completely got this locked down. The question is, can they manage to finish this off as exquisitely as they've started it? Stones is going to put a bit of a dampener there onto this attack by taking down Raz. They now have 2 players in laundry, so they're really stacking on this side. Would expect to see Golden Oldies say, okay, they have 2 players on B, we'll just take it A. We have the man advantage. Is exactly what they're going to do. Revolts with the bomb, now slowly but surely taking this bomb to A. Are going to see an Arc Gamer though starting to push his way back towards A as well. That's going to be Snat in the girders. Can't pick up the first as Revolts will take that down. If they just rush onto the A bomb site, this should be ripe for the taking, especially as Stone's just been taken out there from Kitana in the spawn area. That's going to leave Ned all by his lonesome. He is the top fragger on the server, so if anybody can pull this off right now, it's him. He's taking down the first in this 1 versus 4 situation. Can he get the second kill? He's trying his best. It's a 1 versus 1 here on the girders, and Duffer's going to get the upper hand and pull this to a 12-11 scoreline for Golden Oldies. Beautiful play coming out from them, and kind of unfortunate from Ned because he did tag up Duffer a couple times there, so it is going to be match point right now. And of course, if Arc Gaming can pull this one back, we'll go into a best of 3 overtime period. The question is, will it come to that? Is Duffer once again very aggressively pushing in towards A? Can he get rewarded for his pure aggression? Once again has opened up a few tags there onto Snap, but he's not going to be able to finish off that kill. And both Snat and Duffer do get themselves some cavalry coming in from behind in the form of teammates. You're going to have Revolts pushing in with that bomb. Well, I assume it's going to be Revolts because he's had the bomb every single round. Indeed, it will be him. Katana's going to open up onto Rebels for the first blood here. And Snat straight back onto Revolts. Nice wallbang there from Girders onto the planter. Duffer has picked up that bomb. He's going to go for the plant as well. Is he going to get rushed from Girders? The answer is a yes, but Raz is there actually to shut down Ned. Not looking good for Arc Gaming, as they are going to be taking down 13-11 overall to Golden Oldies. What a beautiful, explosive game that was, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did casting. Apologies again for my dribble, but as you can probably tell, I'm not exactly feeling too well. And yeah, congratulations to Golden Oldies for progressing through. Lee just asking me if we're going to do the next match. I'm up for it, but I have no idea who's playing and at what time, Lee, so... Okay, well, we can take Golden Oldies, Lee said. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. Obviously, guys, stay tuned because we don't have any idea what time it's going to start and who it's against. So as soon as we know, we will update you. And yeah, are you going to leave the stream on, Lee? Yeah. Okay, he says he's going to leave the stream on. So as soon as we find out what's going on one way or another, guys, we'll come live again. We'll give you a quick update and we'll let you know exactly what the deal is. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned and hopefully see you very, very